Okay, and we should be live. Let's wait for a second for YouTube to catch up and perhaps show some picture. Okay, we got it. Nice. So, as you can probably decipher from the name of this live stream, today we're gonna try to make a large football field. So here's like a little thingy that I was experimenting with yesterday, and then I have realized that actually this part of the grass is substantially is actually too small. Actually, we're gonna make it like a quadruple this, so I guess I should get rid of the of these lines first, so we can maybe get our grass layout. Oh my god. I hope it's not too distracting that my stomach is rumbling a little bit. So yeah, I had some morning duties and I didn't really manage to eat anything yet, so hopefully that doesn't get too loud over time. Okay, so let me just cover these lines for now, because as it turns out, my estimate was too small. Actually, what we could have done would be to just basically double it in size. So we could basically just do something like this. Let's see if that's gonna work. Probably not. I don't think you can exceed 356. Yeah, okay. So we can't really do that. We're gonna need to combine them together. So let me just fill this in. And then here, okay, you can see here we're like right at the intersection. So let me just do it like this. And then this part also needs to be the bright green. And then here, then this corner part. Okay. And then just a little bit more on the other side. I'm not actually sure. Maybe we could have sped up the process a little bit if we were to use the mirrors, but I kind of forgot about that. So let me just do it manually right now, and then we can try to use the mirrors for the dark patches, and then we'll see if that works out. Okay, we need to do it here as well. So now let me pick the darker color, and then let's see. Okay, the x-axis is the one we want to mirror across, and then we can not do that, but let's do it like this. Okay, here, and here. Thanks. So here is our grass. Maybe we can just add a little bit of texture back to it. Oh, and we are still mirroring, so maybe let's get rid of our mirror first, like that. Oh, and here we also have that, and then maybe we can just do a couple of details here and there, just some grassy texture. So maybe let's put a couple here. Maybe just throw them left and right a little bit, just so we have some stuff. Maybe here we could add some. Let's see which of them look kind of empty, where we could maybe squeeze another little particle or something like that. A blade of grass. Maybe like that. Okay, I think it looks pretty nice right now. So that's that's actually gonna be, let's see, we need to now kind of center this grass somehow. So I'm just trying to figure out which would be like the optimal way to do it. we're definitely gonna need to probably if we nest it would be the easiest way, so let's create a I guess we can duplicate it, name it grass1 or maybe grass0, and then let's nest it here. Then let's drag it downwards to what, to 4, I think, like that. And then I think we can just duplicate this again into grass1, and then let's drag these to the left to 224. Okay, so now we have like our pattern. Now we just need to center it kind of here, so we should grab this controller node and then let's drag it to 4 or maybe 112 actually, because it's just halfway. And then we're gonna need to figure out a little bit. I guess we can adjust the controller later on, so let me just do it like that. So the pivot point is right now at the center of this, and then we can start working on some other stuff. Cool. So there's that, and then I guess we're gonna need to have some stuff like going around it. So let me just check the size here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, we have 14 times 14 blocks in size of this football field. So let me just save this real quickly. And then let's rename the floor node or the floor model. Let's name it, I guess, side, and then we'll see what else we want to do with that. But just a second, okay. Let's see. Oh, that's the wrong. That's the wrong part. Let me see. Let's maybe make it 4 blocks. Yeah, I guess we can do 4 blocks. Let's fill that in. And then let's also center our pivot point to 64 voxels, so it's in the middle. And then we're gonna do just some kind of an outline, I guess. And we might even decide to make it a little bit taller, maybe 48. Let me get rid of the pivot point, that's why I can't add the other voxels. And then let me just kind of let's see if we can find some images of what I'm trying to kind of do. Of course, we can't really make the whole stadium because it would take much more space than 16 blocks, but I was thinking that we might be able to add like some ads and stuff onto these side thingies, so I guess we'll do that in a moment. So I guess we can add to our controller another child node, which is gonna be, I guess we can do 2 sides, so maybe let's do the side left first. And now we need to also kind of so I guess we're looking this way, right? So the left side would be on the left, of course. So let's see. I guess we can already add one of these blocks here. And then it might be easiest if we were to just add it here. Okay, it's aligned with the bottom part. And then let's drag it all the way to the top like this, so we have it aligned nicely, and we can work from there. So let's create another child node, so side L0, I guess that's how we're gonna name our nodes. And then let's drag these to the right like that. and then we can just duplicate this one, side L1, and then parent it here, and then we can get this nice thingy going all the way. But actually I'm thinking now that if we use this same, let's see, if we were to use the same thickness at the backside, then we would have like 15 blocks long, or 15 blocks of length. So maybe it would make more sense if the side would be something that would nicely divide 15. So in that case it would be either 3 or 5 blocks. So maybe let's go with 5, so that's 160, right? I think so. So let's fill that in, and then let's also readjust our pivot point to 80, like that. Awesome. So now we just need to move everything a little bit to the right. So let's put you to, what is this at, 144? Let me just check the alignment. It does look like it's aligned, so we're gonna stick with that. And then I guess we can just move this to 160, and then this one to 160 as well, and hopefully we should have one block of space here at the back. So I guess we can create another child node. Let's name it side L2. Or maybe we can have a backside instead. Might make more sense. The node count would be the same, but so let's create another child node here, and then let's name it side B, I guess, for a side back. So let's attach this here. Let's rotate it around, drag it to the back to 240, and then let's drag it also to the left so it kind of touches nicely with this side thingy. But right now I think we're gonna need to have like a little bit special model here in the middle, because this is gonna be still 14 blocks wide. So if we use two of them to be, so if we use two models that are 5 blocks wide, that's gonna be 10, and then the last one is gonna have to be 4. Of course, that's just how the math works out. So I guess we're gonna need to duplicate this side. Let me maybe let's rename this into side 5, just so we know it's 5 blocks long, and then we can make a side 4 as well, because we're gonna need it here at the back. So this one is gonna be 128, and then let's readjust the pivot point to 64, like that. Cool. So now let's create another child node. This one is gonna be side B0, and then let's attach the short model to it. Then let's drag it to the right, like that. So 144, and then I think we should be fine if we were to, as we can duplicate the node, right? There is no harm in doing that. And then when we attach it, let's see, boom, perfect. So actually we didn't even need to move our node. So that's for the backside. And then, or actually here we could maybe make the goal even. We'll see about that, we'll see about that. So we have the backside done, and then we can maybe just duplicate this whole side. So let's call it side R for the side right, and then let's drag it to plus 240 just so we can have, let's see, like that. So just so we have this nice outline, and then maybe we can just rename the nodes so they match the side. So this one is going to be side R0, and then this one is going to be side R1. Okay, like that, perfect. And then let's just maybe save just so we don't lose our node hierarchy. And I was kind of thinking that maybe the actual field would be, so we would have like half of this patch, I guess it would be kind of like the out area, and then let's see, maybe we can do that already somewhat. So maybe let me just duplicate this into grass 0 maybe. Do we have option? Okay, we can do that. And then let's make it here and here. Cool. And then I guess we can even create another layer. Okay, that's gonna be interesting. So let's rename the layer. It's gonna be white line, or maybe just lines, like that. And then let's find the bright gray color, and then let's try to, okay. So there's one of the lines, so something like that. And then maybe we can do this middle line as well, just so we have some stuff going on to kind of easier orient ourselves. And then as you can see here on this side, we are most likely gonna have to flip it. So let's duplicate this into grass 1. Okay, which is gonna be used here. And then let's go to the edit mode. And let's see, we're gonna need to flip it across the x-axis like that. That's good. Okay, so you can see already a little bit of an outline. And then here at the back, we're probably gonna need to have some more grasses, right? I'm just thinking if it kind of makes sense. I guess we can do that. So let's see. I guess it would be easiest to duplicate grass 1 because we already have some stuff on it, but the lines are a little bit different. So let's maybe just duplicate the default one. So this one is going to be called grass 2. And then actually before we do that, let's attach it here to the rig, and then we'll see kind of which side we wanna draw the lines on. So I hope this is the same gray as what we have been using before. And then let's also create a new layer. Let's rename it into lines, just so we can get rid of them quickly if we decide that we want to do that. And then let me grab this part here, and then maybe we can get rid of that just so we can see a little bit better what's going on, and then extend it all the way through. Good. Why can't I see the... Okay, it's still appearing. Oh, it's lagging a little bit. Sure, and then let's do the backline as well. Let's wait for that to finish. And then we could even do the goal area somehow, although I'm not like 100% sure what the size on that should be. So maybe we could start with something like this. let's see, 3 by 2 of these squares. So let's see what we end up with, and hopefully, okay, it's still just voxel stick. I was kind of scared we might make this line too thick actually, but it seems to be fine right now. So that's kind of what we have for here, and then maybe we could even do like a larger box. So let me just kind of find an image of a football field, just so we can see all the lines that are kind of drawn on there. So I guess we can drag this here, and then if we open image in the new tab, we should have it full screen here. So basically some of these lines, and then we already have some of these drawn, but we have some work to do still. So I guess now we can duplicate our grass 2 into grass 3, just to kind of complete this whole thingy. So let's drag it here, and then we're gonna also need to flip it around like that, so it matches the other side. Cool. So that's what we got right now, and then let me just kind of check out the sizes in the game maker to see if everything kind of works as it's supposed to, or if we should make some stuff larger, smaller, or whatever. So we'll see that in a moment once the Vox edit manages to process this model. Let's see. Okay, we're getting the upload window here, so let's try to replace asset. We have a football field. Let's click on continue, and then we should have it in our game maker. So let's quickly jump into that also. I kind of forgot to start it earlier, so we might have to wait a second or two for it to load up, but yeah. It's probably gonna be pretty large once we put the two sides together. Like, that's kind of the point of this asset, that we just make one half of it, and then from two halves you can make one whole. Just some simple math. Let's see. Okay, so here is our small football stadium that we have been working on before, but now let me... Well, it's not like the stadium, it's more of a field, yeah, right? Okay, so here we can see the size of what we've been working on, so maybe let's put two of them down here, and then let me rotate this by 90 degrees, come on. Okay. And then by pressing shift we can just kind of put it so it kind of clips to the blocks. So now it's kind of nicely aligned, and then let me just move this spawn point closer to it, so we can kind of check it out more easily. And then let me also just save right now, because otherwise we are gonna have to redo this if we relaunch the map. So here's kind of the actual size. So the goal would be probably slightly narrower than this area, and then here we would make that circle that I have been showing on, and then maybe we could even make like this free kick area, I think is what it's called. So I think here is actually enough room for all of the stuff, because if we check this one out, and this isn't even the latest version, but yeah, basically, let's see if it's okay. So now that, no, okay, we have the lights now at least, but there's still some stuff missing, so we can check it out in the Vox edit actually. For a moment, to kind of see what we have done small football field. Okay, so here we have the lines as well, so this middle section and then some goal area. So let's not save the changes because we haven't changed anything actually. So here, what I was thinking of adding would be another set of white lines here. Let's just be careful that we're doing it on the other layer so we can hide them like that if we decide that's something we wanna go with. And then let's see, I think I'm just gonna make it one of these patches larger into all of the applicable sides, so here, and then we just need to do the same thing on the other side, so that can be done either manually or we could duplicate the model again and then flip it, but I think it's gonna be a little bit faster if we do this right now like that. And of course we didn't select our layer, that's why it didn't work as it was supposed to, and it's still making some slight problems. And okay, now we have made it too thick, so okay, I guess it's cool that we can just erase it here like that, and then let's drag it over here, and then let's do it horizontally like that as well. So there we have that, and then I mean the reference image, let me just oh, it should be here. So here is also like this white dot and then this half circle, so I don't know, do we wanna do that? I guess we can kind of try to figure it out, so we need to kind of go halfway here, so let's see. Okay, so we're still working on the lines, so let's maybe see what the distance is between these two, so 52, and then if we divide that into half, so that's 26. So let's try to measure 26 from here. Okay, and we're coloring, actually that's not good. Let's see, 4, 5, and 6. So I think that should be, yeah, and that's 26 from the other side as well. Perfect. And now we just need to kind of figure out the size of our little circle mark on the ground. So this one is basically 4 by 4. We need to keep in mind that we're gonna mirror it onto the other side as well. So, or we could do it maybe 6 by 6. Let's see how that would work out. So most likely we would need to do something like that. I think that looks pretty decent. So 4, yeah, okay, so 6 by 6, and then also we need to kind of figure out how to do that like half circle or something like that. So that should maybe start like halfway through here. So let's see. So this is 83, interesting. 83, and then if we get it to here, that's 29. Let's see, 83 plus 29, that's 112, right? So if we divide that in half, it should be 66, no, 56, okay. So let's see, 56. Oh, and you can't actually see, but in the bottom left corner there's like a little widget that is showing you the size of the that's showing the size of your area that you're like making, so that can be also used for measuring some stuff if needed. So now let's kind of see how we can do that. Like how we can do the half circle thingy. So maybe let's make this part a little bit wider, which is 12, sure. And now, so that's gonna be 24 when we combine them on both sides. So the next one can maybe be like 12 or something. And also we could turn on the nice lines just so we can see a little bit better what's going on. And then the next one might be like 10, and then 8. That's not getting shorter quickly enough, so let's undo that. So 12, maybe 10, 10, then 6 maybe. Still a little bit too much. So 12, 10, and then 8 maybe. 8, and then 6, 4. Let's see, we might be able to make it work with that. 4, and then a couple of 2s. So 2, 2. Let me just check the... It's a little bit annoying to make these shapes here, so let's see, we want to start there, and then maybe we can just kind of draw it like this to kind of get the general direction, and then we can kind of smooth it out a little bit, or maybe make it a little bit more perfect and whatnot. So let's see, this one can be 12, and then when we indent here by 1, this is just 4. Maybe we can make it a little bit longer, and then this is gonna be 5 maybe as well, or 4. Let's maybe make it 5, right? And then this one is gonna be 4, then 4, then 3, I guess 2, 2, 2. We're gonna make it work one way or another. So 2, 2, and then these are basically just gonna be 1s, like this, then here, and like that. And let's see what we want to do with this one, so maybe something like that, and then let me just correct the thickness. So let's get rid of some of these unneeded voxels right now. They're kind of sticking out a little bit, like that. And then let's see if we were to make this a little bit thicker. might look a little bit better as well. So these are actually 3. So it kind of smooths out the curves, right? So let's see if we can do something similar here as well, like that. And then maybe on the inner side we can do something like this, just so it kind of so it's kind of cut off on different parts, on inner and the outer side, like this, like that, and then hopefully that that looks good. So let's turn on the main part back. So that's kind of what we're left with. Yeah, it does look kind of good, right? Hopefully. Hopefully we haven't been doing this for nothing. So now let's get rid of the grass 3, because we're gonna need to duplicate the grass 2 and then flip it just so we have all the lines. So this is gonna be grass 3 clone, okay. Getting there. And then wait, what? Let's put it there. And then let's flip it around, so now we should have everything in order. Okay, so I think it kind of looks good. And also then this little mark there. So that's cool. And then I think the circle here in the middle, I would prefer to do it with the magic of voxel. So I mean, I guess we can try that also right now. So it's gonna be like a real quick thingy. Or yeah, maybe I can do that off stream, why not? Maybe we can start working on the goal instead. So the goal, let's see, main. Maybe we can duplicate main in case we wanted to use it for something else. And then I think I want to make the goal from multiple nodes, just so, because it's gonna be larger than 2 blocks, so the players can walk into it. And in that case, I guess it would make sense to start with the goal side, like that. Let's see, where are you? Goal side. And then I guess it would be kind of smart to kind of figure out the size of this area. So and also these kind of look like they're much shorter and like wider, so I was just thinking that maybe we should move all of these lines slightly closer to our goal. Let me just maybe put it like this, then let me orient it like so we can compare them side by side. Then let's maybe make it a little bit smaller. Yeah, as you can see, I think there could be like a larger area in between, and then maybe the goal area can be slightly smaller. And in this case, I think it's again quite useful that we have our layers, because we don't have to overwrite anything. We can just like draw it here, and then when we get rid of this part, it doesn't really do anything that we wouldn't want to happen. And also we can just grab this part and then just drag it like over here. Maybe we're gonna need to do some centering, so let's see. this is gonna be 23, and then on the other side it's 28. Wait, what? How did that happen? From white to... Wait, what? Okay, so if we do it like that, that's 23, and then if we do it here, it's 27. So I guess we need to move it by 2 or something. Like that. Let me just check again. So this is 26, then this is 25. Wait, what? 25. Okay, I think that's that's in the middle right now. And then let me just start where this part should go. Let's use the box tool, and then I think we can hide this part, and then turn on the nice lines, and then let's grab this whole thing like that, and then drag it so it aligns with that part that we have made. Great. Oh, we didn't grab all of it, so maybe let's erase that, and then let's do it like that. And actually, as far as the lines are concerned, I mean, I guess we can see them from the bottom. That's not like really a big deal. So let's save right now. And then maybe let's just save the whole thing. Nothing crashes and burns to ashes. Yeah. Okay, so let's get rid of our grass 3 again. And then let's duplicate our grass 2. Okay, let's drag it over there. Yeah, that's not the right one. Then let's flip it around. What's going on? Oh, I think we're flipping the main, right? So we want to flip the lines. Okay, interesting. So you can even do the manual flips, I think. Let's just zoom in on these details, and then if we flip them, yeah. Okay, that's actually quite cool as well. So you can control on the layers, like which layer is flipped. They don't all flip together, so that's interesting. Okay, so here is our little goal area. That kind of looks a little bit more proportional than what we had before. And then I guess we can start working on the goal. So I think it's supposed to be about as wide as this. Let me just see. Goal. Okay, so here we have like a pretty good image. Let me just drag it over here, so you can see there's some gap, or like the goal is smaller than this rectangle here. So I think we can just make the goal like 4 blocks wide, and that's gonna be kind of it. So actually, yeah, I guess we can start with this side. It doesn't really matter. Or we could actually make the whole goal, and then we could split it into smaller object. That could also work. So maybe let's get rid of that part. Then let's duplicate side 4 and then just go and then let's just call it a goal. So we're gonna kind of make it from the scratch, and then we'll see. So let's edit it now. And then so the width is all right, and then maybe the height could be, let's see, a little bit over 2 blocks, so maybe like 80. So we have our so it's a little bit taller than our character, so we can walk into it, and then we can maybe make it a little bit deeper as well. So maybe let's make this 64, and we'll see how the dimensions turn out. Let me fill that in, maybe with some other color. Oops, like that. And then let me center this, so this should go to 32, right? Okay, perfect. And then I guess what should we where should we put our goal? I mean, it can be another part of the controller, I guess. So let's create a child node. Let's call it a goal. And then let's attach our model to it, like that. And so we can kind of have a feeling of its size. Okay, so now that we have rotated it, we can actually move it a little bit forward, like that. And also, as it turns out, 2 blocks might be a little bit too much, because it's sticking out on the back side already, so maybe let's make it 48 instead. Okay. Thanks for info. Okay, so we can turn on the nice lines back again, and then let's also we can drag it up a little bit for like 2 voxels, because right now it's aligned with the floor, and of course a little bit of our floor is the grass. So if we do it like that, and now I think the easiest way would be to downscale it twice, like that. Let's turn on the nice lines back on again, and then let's start cutting some stuff out. So let's create an X mirror. No, we actually need a Z mirror. So let's do it like that. So we have, yeah, something like this. And then I think the post should be 2 by 2. Maybe that turns out to be a little bit too large, but something like that. And then we can make the net in a moment. So here, then like that. Oops, that's okay, I think that seems about right. So let me just upscale it again, and then let's check it out here. I mean, we can maybe unlink the VXM from here, just so we can see kind of the depth of our goal here. So there's that. And actually it might just like, yeah, fit in into this, and we just like add a little bit of grass underneath, and we don't even need the side for model. So let's see. it kind of looks right now. And then I guess let's make it small again, just so it's a little bit easier to work with. And then I think I would like to maybe make the let's make the poles like gray, and then we're gonna make a little bit of a pattern. So let's see, let's find some red. Maybe we could use the same red that we have used on the other. Oh, it's so cute. Let's maybe check out here which kind of red we have used on this one, so we can maybe use the same combination on the other one as well. So this is the third darkest, and then this one here. Okay, interesting. Maybe we make it a little bit brighter here just for the sake of it. So maybe we can use the fourth one like that. And then let's see, let's put it here. And we don't have the mirror for some reason, so let's do it like that. And then maybe here, and then can we squeeze another one? Maybe, I guess. Okay, so we have 3, 4, 3, 4. Why not? So let's do it here, 4 again, and then 4, right? And then on this side, can make it like that, and then 3, 4, 3, 4. Perfect. So that's kind of our outline for the goal. And then let's maybe change these into some kind of brighter gray color, just so it kind of looks like the net or something like that. And then let's try to figure out how we want to space this. So maybe right now we can upscale it a little bit, so we can maybe make the stuff a little bit more fine-tuned. So maybe we can do it like that. Let's see. So that's a little bit too thick in my opinion. I'll just do it like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, something like that. So let's see, maybe we can make them 4 by 6. We'll see about the amount of faces that we're making. So 4, 4, 4. Okay, that's gonna be a lot of faces. 4, and then maybe we can just cut it off here like that. So let's just make a couple more holes like this, like that. Let's, oh, what have we done now? A little bit too much of erasing stuff. So just once. Okay. And then we can check the number of faces that we have. So let's save. 366. Okay, I guess we are saved a little bit because we don't have to have two goals in one asset. That kind of helps a little bit. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 by 4, like that. Then let's see, 4, 5, 6. Then 4 again. That kind of doesn't work out, does it? So maybe we should start from the back. So 4 times 6, like that. And then let's do something similar here. And then the rest is gonna be here at the front. So that's cool. And then this one needs to be by 6. Something like that, maybe. And we're also making slightly larger holes just so we can hopefully not go overboard with the faces. And then I have also just realized that it would make much more sense to maybe start making this from the center. Because as you can see here, yeah, darn it. We're gonna need to fix this a little bit. So let's see, where's the 7? Okay, like that. Okay, then maybe just let's get rid of all of this stuff. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need one here. And then another one here. Okay, so we have our top part done. We just need to erase these fillings. Okay, perfect. And then let's do something similar here at the back. Where I guess we need to erase this as well, just so we don't make it too thick. And maybe I guess that needs to go. Sure. So let's see. Like that. Okay, and then let's just continue making our net. And then there's gonna be some room for details as well, because we still need to upscale it once more. So in case you were wondering. Okay. So just a little bit more and then we should be done with this part as well. So okay, I think that's pretty good. Let me just actually, yeah, we have 800 faces, so that's what I wanted to check out, but as you can see, yeah, we should have gone with this style, because now the lines aren't aligned if you look from the inner side. So yeah, we're gonna need to fix it up a little bit. So let me just kind of draw the dots where the lines are supposed to be, like that. And then how do we want to fix that first? So let's maybe just erase them like that. But the annoying thing is that we have to do it with all of them basically. So here, and then let's get rid of this as well. And then if we have this wider view, we can actually just drag from here to here. And hopefully we get a nice line all the way across. Oops, that's a misclick. But here, here, and then the last one. Okay, so now the net is looking a little bit better. And then maybe because we have we don't have too many faces, we can just get rid of that thicker part, so the net doesn't appear to be too thick or whatnot. So let me just save this right now, and then maybe let's try to add the small patch of grass underneath here, and then we can maybe check it out in the game maker in a moment. So let's try to figure out the grass size. So this is gonna have to be grass 4, I think, is the next number. And that's gonna be basically underneath the goal. So let's create a child node, grass 5. Oh, grass 4 actually, my bad. Grass 4, like that. Let's drag it here, and let's see. Oh, oops, that's the wrong node. Let's just drag the grass underneath, so it kind of, come on. I think it's, oh, let me see. Let's turn on the boxes for collision. So there's a gap, there isn't a gap. Okay, I guess 109 is the position that we're kind of going for. Of course, we're gonna have to readjust that because right now that's centered in a different way of what we're gonna be using. So now I guess we can just get rid of that, and then let's also erase all of this because we simply don't need it. Now we can trim the volumes, and then let's readjust the pivot point as well. So maybe let's move it to 0, and then we're gonna need to move the whole thing by 112 voxels because that's by how much we have moved the pivot point, and now we need to basically correct for that movement. So if it was at 112, this should go to -3, I think. Let's see, -3, and then maybe if we check it from the underneath, yeah, it does look a little bit better, although it does appear, we should move it downwards as well. That's why it's a little bit weird, because the goal is actually moved upwards, so we need to move the grass downwards again to kind of compensate for that movement. So there is that, and now we can actually split the goal into 4 parts. So we need the sides, we need the back side, and then the top. So I guess the main node is gonna be, I don't know, we'll see what. So let's just create a child node, name it goal side, and then for the sides, maybe we can, we'll see, maybe we can save a little bit on the amount of models. So if we were able to, let's see, so here we have 4 voxels, and on the other side we have just 2. If we were to center the net, we could use the same model on both sides. So let's do it like that. So we have 3 here, and then if we erase this one, we're gonna have 3 on the other side. So these two are actually symmetric right now. So let's save that. Let's duplicate it into goal side model. Let's go ahead and edit it. Let's turn on the nice lines, and then let's erase like all of this middle part, and then let's turn on the mirror, and then let's get rid of one of the sides as well, and then we can just trim the volume. And actually we can just keep the pivot point in the middle, just so when we're rotating we don't have to reattach everything, because otherwise it seems to be nicely symmetric from that aspect. So let's put it here, and then let's, I guess, duplicate the node, goal side 0, and then this one is gonna be rotated by 180 degrees all the way to the other side. And that's messed up for some reason, so let me just try to figure out why. So we need to move this to 24, of course, and now we need to compensate again, so we need to move it by 6, no, by 8 just, okay. Yeah, we went from 32 to 24, so yeah, that's 8, right. And then this one goes forwards by 8 as well. Cool, and then let's duplicate it again into goal top. You can imagine what's gonna be here already. So let's turn on the nice lines. Let's also turn on the mirroring like that, and then let's just erase the side, and then also the back part. So basically all of this. Like that. We need to trim the volume again, and then let's also move this pivot point to 24, just so it's kind of at the same position than the rest, or like the sides. So let's create the child node, or maybe this one can be like the goal node. And also, as you can see here, we have a little bit of intersection. So okay, so first let's move everything by 8 forward, so to 35 or to 19 actually, my bad. And then let's move everything backwards to 0, like that, and like this. So that's good. And then let's go here. Let's see, I mean, we don't really need these sides, but then we might end up with a little bit more faces because of these thingies. No, let's leave it like that. So there's that, and then we just need the goal back. So let me click here. Let's create a child node. We're gonna call that one goal, maybe net. I mean, the other parts have the net as well, but this one is gonna be like the net in the back. So goal net. Let's just stick to our naming conventions, and then let's see, what do we want to get rid of? So we can get rid of the sides. Oops, that's the wrong tool, of course. I mean, not of course, but I have just realized that, to be honest. Okay. And then here. And then we also don't need this top part. So let's see. Like that and like this, and then I guess we can trim the volume, and then I don't know, we'll see. how that turns out. So let's attach it here, and then I think we can move it backwards to 8, like that. Okay, and we have 918 faces, so that's still pretty good. Let's save now, and then maybe we can export it to the marketplace and then kind of figure out if everything, if all of the collisions work as intended and stuff like that, just kind of checking it out in the game maker. And while we're waiting for that, maybe I can take a quick sip of my drink, just so I can keep talking a little bit longer. So okay, we're back. So the model should hopefully be updated. Let me just relaunch this map so we can see the updated version with the goal, and then we can also try out the collisions and stuff. Okay, so here we can see the updated version. Let's jump in real quickly. We can still jump across the side that is intended. So I kind of wanted to make this smaller one where you kind of need to go through the door to enter, but the larger one can be just jumped across, and then you can also run into the goal. So the collisions work just fine. Cool. So another thing that I had in mind, so I mean, some of the elements are gonna be like borrowed from here. So I was thinking about making something a little bit similar to these reflectors, but maybe here we could squeeze like 8 of them, so there would be 1 in each corner. Okay, we can't travel. There would be 1 in each corner, and then maybe there would be another one like halfway, or yeah, something like that. I mean, it would be basically 2/3 of the way, because yeah, I mean, it's kind of difficult to explain. So kind of they would be at the same distance in between one another, so maybe one would be here, another one here, and then like this. What happened there? So basically, if you want this distance to be the same as this one, and you need to keep in mind that we are splitting it in the middle. So this should be 2/3, and then this should be 1/3, because once you put 2/3 together, once you put 2 of 1/3 together, you get 2/3, and yeah. I know it makes perfect sense. Okay, let's just wait for this to save, and then maybe we can start working on some of that stuff. So yes, I am sure. So here I guess we don't need the goal model anymore. We can get rid of that. I'm still kind of keeping this content as the default grass, but since we have figured out that we don't need the side 4, maybe we can reuse this for something else. So this can be like reflector base, maybe. I'm not really sure what to call the iron pole or something like that. That's why I'm just gonna call it reflector base. And then let's see if we have our So this is 15 blocks now. So we have still 1 block of room, like to the maximum. So maybe we can start by making it 2 by 2 blocks in size, and we'll see if that turns out to be too big. We can still downscale, so like that, and then I guess it should be pretty tall. I mean, if that's our base, let's check it out. Well, first let's just center our pivot point to 32 and 32, like that. And then I guess we can create another parent node, well, a child node to the controller that's gonna be lights, and then we're just gonna create another one, light 0, which are basically the reflectors, but it's a little bit shorter to write. So this does look a little bit too thick, if you ask me. So let's see, like kind of at what position we want to put this at. So 240 maybe, and then if we move it to the back, see where we got with the 240. Little bit closer, like that. Okay. Okay. And I just think that we should make this a little bit narrower, so maybe let's try making it 48 by 48, because otherwise it's a little bit too chunky, in my opinion. So let's readjust the pivot point to 24 and 24 on this axis as well, like that. So this might look a little bit better, and then maybe we can even try to make it a little bit narrower towards the top somehow. We'll see about that. So now we just kind of need to figure out the positioning. So and also we're gonna need the light array. So let me duplicate this and then call it lights. Okay, and then here I think we want to make them like, I don't know, 8 max, like the thickness, and then in size they could be, I don't know, maybe we can start with 3 by 1.5. Yeah, why not? So let's go 96 here, and then let's fill it in, and then let's maybe downscale everything just a little bit. That might be too much actually. So let's kind of try to figure out where this stuff would fit. Something like that. No, let's upscale it again. Then let's see if we were to make them 8 by 8, then 8 by 8 again. Okay, let me just keep the same spacings in between, like that. And then, oh, and also we need to do it here, like that. Okay, so that's what we got, and then let's keep the spacing on the side as well. So let's erase a little bit of this extra thickness. Cool, and then we need to cut some stuff here as well. So let's trim the volume, and then let's also double it in size. And then we also need to readjust the pivot point a little bit. So we put it to 42, and then I guess we can put it in the middle. So it's just a simple center right there. So let's try to attach it here. So let's create a child node. This is gonna be, well, yeah, actually let's rename this into light base 0. And then that's gonna be light 0. So create child node, light 0. Lights, let's put you over there. Let's drag you upwards. And then you can actually see that compared to the size of this thing, the lights aren't even that big. Okay, interesting. So what do we want to do with that actually? We could make them even larger, right? So let's downscale that a bit, and then maybe let's expand into both directions, so like that. And I guess it would have also helped if we were to, yeah, that's a little bit annoying. We need to turn off the mirrors just so that we don't mess some stuff up, and then let's just fill that in. And then we're gonna draw a couple more lights, so 8 by 8, 8 by 8. Maybe we can squeeze another one here. Sure, maybe. And then this is 8 by 8 as well. That's a lot of lights. So just making our array a little bit bigger, and then we're gonna need to expand this to 62 and then this to 32, just so that we can add our margins at the sides. And then we also need to recenter again, so this goes to 31, and then this goes to 16. Okay, cool. So here are our lights, and to be honest, this base still looks thick AF, if I may say it like that. So we didn't, yeah, now it's a little bit better. Okay. So let's see, 24, then 24, what? Okay, so that's centered. I guess this is also centered. I know. Then let's maybe drag it upwards a little bit. And then let's rotate this by 45 degrees, so we are at 315. And then let's also rotate it like that. Okay. Okay. It still looks too thick. Let's see what can we do with that. So these lines or these side thingies are basically one block in size, so I think we shouldn't go under 32 voxels, but we can make it a little bit narrower, so maybe we can try out 40 by 40, and then let's readjust the pivot point as well, so to 20 and 20. And then just maybe the sign is gonna be floating in the air a little bit, not the sign but the lights. So let's move this backwards a little bit, I guess, like that. Sure, so I think this looks a lot better now. At least it's not as thick as it was before. And then maybe we can duplicate this into light base 1, like that. And then let's just drag it to -240. Come on, come on. Okay, we got it. And then let's rotate it around to 90 degrees. So here we have our corner lights, and then what I had in mind before would be to duplicate this into light base 2, I guess. And then in this case, let's see, we have our pivot point at 240, and then we need to, let me see, can we bring the whiteboard now? Micro, I have no idea why the whiteboard isn't working here. Board. Okay, let's go to paint, I guess, so I can scribble some stuff. So that's basically our half of the football field. Here is our pivot point that's at 240. So this is logically 0. And then what we need to figure out would be the position of a pivot point here. And the corner width is 20 on this side, because there's this 20 on the other one, and this is going to be the full width, so this is going to be 40. And then basically this width, maybe we can use some other color like that. So this is going to be X, and the other width, this is going to be basically 2x. So let me just put this into some kind of an equation. So if we were to add it together, so let's see, x plus 2x plus this 40 width plus 40, and then plus this width, that's 20, equals 240, I think. Then we can see that 3x equals 180, meaning that x equals 60. So the pivot point of our second tower should be basically at x plus 1/2 of this, so at 80, if my math is correct. So let's drag this to 80. Oh, wait, what? Oh, that messes up all of our math. No. So basically, let me just drag this over here. So the other side is actually, so this isn't 0, but it's actually 224. Oh well, I guess this should be a minus or something. So in that case we need to readjust this, so the whole distance is 464. 464. Okay, I'm not sure that's gonna be able to be divided nicely. Ah, drat. That's annoying. Okay, I mean, we can still go with it. So 3x would be, in that case, 404. Like that. And then 1/3 of that would be what, like 100 and 34. So oh my god, I guess we can put it to like minus 100 and that should be fine. Or like let's see, let's put it to 90 and then we're gonna be done with it. Maybe I can do some more math stuff off stream, but it doesn't really matter right now. So let's just reset the rotations because this one will need to be centered like that, I think. So let me just rotate it the right way. So, well, I'm actually rotating it the right way. I mean, to the right. So I mean, the only thing is that this kind of look a little bit too close to the action, so maybe we can drag them outwards a little bit so they're maybe aligned with this outer side. Let's see. Yeah, I think we got it. So like that, and then maybe we can make it tilt a little bit further forwards. Not that much because you can see, or actually we can do that. Let's just drag this outwards a little bit. A little bit more. Come on. Okay, we got it. So like that, and then let me just duplicate this again into light base 3, and then we're gonna drag that to minus 252. Come on. Okay, like that, and then we're just gonna rotate it once more all the way around the rosy like that. Cool. So let's just try to export it to the marketplace and check it out in the game maker, and then I think we're gonna call it a day for today because I have some other business to take care of, and yeah, we have done quite some stuff already, so I guess we can wait a little bit for the Vox edit to process our football field. So, oh, what the heck? Go away, Mr. Ed. Okay, let's continue. Let's cancel that. Let's jump back to our test map. And voila, okay, we have everything loaded up. So yeah, maybe these are a little bit too big. I mean, these on the sides appear to be a little bit too I don't know what exactly, but maybe we want to change that and make them a little bit smaller. But all in all, I think it looks pretty good for like a bit over 90 minutes of work. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Thanks for watching, and until next time, bye bye.